right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So in this one, I wanted to ask the question, is this week's game against the Pittsburgh Steelers considered a must-win to you? Right now, of course, the term must-win is I feel like it's pretty subjective, right? It kind of means something a little bit different to everyone. But I got to be honest, right? With how the season has gone so far, sitting here right now at 2-4, we cannot fall behind the 8 ball here. We're already 2 games beneath 500. And for me, at least, I just feel like the team is out of excuses. You know, this is year 5 of Joe Douglas. They have fired Robert Saleh. They have promoted Jeff Ulbrich. They have demoted Nathaniel Hackett. They have promoted Todd Downing, who actually looked pretty good. I actually really liked the game plan coming out. I felt like we saw more creativity, getting Garrett Wilson in the slot, taking shots down the field, getting the ball out of Rodgers' hands quickly. You know, I got to be honest, I'm not the biggest Todd Downing fan, but we have to give credit where it's due. And that offense, I would say, against a good Bills team, good Bills defense, the offense looked like it had some life to it. Right, but again, going back to the excuses here, we've now added Davante Adams, which is crazy, right? I still cannot, from a Madden perspective, names on paper perspective, the Jets just have talent all over the place, right? In other words, this team has more than enough talent to get the job done. They have more than enough talent to win football games, to start winning some more football games, right? We have 2 wins on the year. One of those wins came against the beat-up New England Patriots, who are currently 1-5. The other win came against the 1-4 Tennessee Titans. So no more excuses, right? This team, we're looking at teams across the NFL, teams with a lot less that are doing a lot more. And that really gets to me as a fan, right? It really gets to me as a fan. So it's time to start winning some football games. It's time to start getting out of our own way and actually walking the walk, right? The Jets talk a lot. They talk a lot about how good they are. It's time to actually start putting that together and getting W's, stacking W's before the season is too late. We're in week 7 already. And again, the Jets are beneath 500. So is this a must-win game? I would say right now, from a mathematical standpoint, no, it's not. But from a mentality, from a, internal belief standpoint, I kind of do feel like it's a must-win. If the Jets go out there and, lose against the Pittsburgh Steelers, we're now 2-5. That's a tough place to be. Right. And again, there are no more scapegoats, right? Oh, Hackett's offense is terrible. He's gone. He's not even calling the offense anymore. Oh, no, it's Robert Saleh's fault. No, he's not there either. Oh, we don't have enough weapons. No, we've added Davante Adams. The one thing that I do not want to see from this football team is a mentally weak squad, right? Where one more loss or one bad play or whatever the case is, and they're mentally broken or they're mentally snapped, right? To where there's a sense of a loss of belief within the team, because I think when that happens, when the players start selling out, if you will, and not a lot of people are bought in, it's very, very, very difficult to bounce back from. I think that's just reality. So with that said, I know I might get killed for this, but with that said, I think that the Jets could go out there and win this game, right? I think it's going to be tough. I think it's going to come right down to the end. I look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they are one of my favorite ran organizations in football. Draft, develop, draft, develop, draft, develop. Minkah Fitzpatrick is actually one of my favorite, I want to say top 5 favorite players in football. Just such a clean player. Loved him back at Alabama. You just know what you're going to get. High floor, high ceiling type of guy. We're going to be in Pittsburgh. It definitely feels like the odds are against us, but whatever. Maybe I'm just naive here, but just too optimistic of a fan, but I think the Jets have a chance. I really think the Jets actually have a chance in this game. And I think just picture this, right? Picture this, right? We win the football game. The Jets are 3-4. Adams is here. The offense, I would assume works to go get a win in primetime against the Pittsburgh Steelers. That freaking great defense, our top 3 defense in football. Very, very, very well coached. We get the W. What's the energy like amongst the fans, inside the building with Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams. It's all right. Now's our time, right? Slow starts, all the excuses, all the confusion. That was in the past. Now it's a new season. So I cannot wait, dude. I'm serious, right? I cannot wait for the game. And, maybe it's the Jets just kind of pulling me back in. But I'm always going to be a fan of the team, right? I'm never going to root against the team. If there's football left to be played and the Jets are not mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, then there's a chance. There's like a factual chance. And all I'll say is, Aaron Rodgers has been known for this throughout the course of his career. Slow starts, picks it up late. I think the Jets are a lot better with Davante Adams than without him. Although I don't like the Jets picking up the entire Davante Adams contract, but another story for a different day. I think Garrett Wilson is really, really going to benefit from having a guy like Adams. I think the offense under Todd Downing was really, really encouraging, right? In the first freaking game of Todd Downing calling plays. And again, I'm not a Todd Downing fan here. Not at all. But credit where it's due, the numbers speak for themselves. Just under 400 offensive yards. Brees popped off. Lazard popped off. Garrett Wilson popped off. So I'm not going to come out here and say, oh, the Jets got this one easy. They're going to win by 10 points, 14 points. Not at all, right? That's not the mentality that I want this team to have. I want them to, really take a good look at themselves in the mirror and say, we have the talent, like we have the control, we have the power to win football games, but we are beating ourselves. Missed kicks, poor play in crucial moments. Rodgers, again, the interceptions late, back-to-back weeks where Rodgers just simply has not got it done in the 2-minute drive for whatever reason. Garrett Wilson slipping and Mike Williams running the wrong routes according to Rodgers. Whatever, it's just not, the results aren't there. Missed field goals. Penalties. We have the power to change all of those things. So it's going to be interesting, man. It really, really is. I cannot wait for the game. I think the one thing that's going to be telling is how the Jets are actually playing within the game. I mean, we could even look back at the Buffalo Bills game, right? I was extremely disappointed in the defensive effort of that performance, right? The lack of tackling, the safeties getting exploited. It just doesn't look like we're more physical than the opponent. And that's, for me, one of my favorite qualities in a defense, right? The physicality. The Pittsburgh Steelers play this way. You never feel like they're going to be out-muscled. Not at all, right? There's not going to be an offense out there that's going to be more physical than us. I want to have that mentality, but we have to play like that as well. Guys are just getting trucked over. Gardner's tackling on the outside. Awful. I love Gardner's size. His length, his height, matched with his quickness and how he moves, just how fluid he is. That's what makes him an elite corner. But the tackling is just so bad to where it's becoming like a serious Achilles heel of this defense. And it's just disappointing. Like, watch Troy Polamalu play. Just put his body on the line, just will do anything he can to come up and make a tackle. So for me, I just want to see a better effort, right? If we come out flat and we come out confused and we're down 10-0 early or 14-0 early to the Russell Wilson-led Steelers, I'm going to be, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm going to be pissed. But we have the power, attitude, effort levels, tackling. We can control those things. And with that said, we need to control those things. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Is this a must-win game for the New York Jets this Sunday night against the Pittsburgh Steelers? Let me know your thoughts, and as always,